その辺は、製品版で楽しみにしてほしいです。
So what's really cool about this My Replay and Tips is you don't have to actively go out and look for the information. You can just boot up the game and look at it, and it'll tell you what you need to improve on to get better as a player. And so you can use this with not just your online plays against other people, but if you're playing in various modes or with another ghost character or something like that, it will also give you access to My Replay and Tips. So I could play against someone's ghost rather than playing them directly. And it kind of lowers the hurdle a little bit if you feel really nervous about going online.
なんで、もしかすると、そのオフラインの、バトル、ゴーストとのバトルだったり、オンラインでもプロフィールからゴーストと対戦できるって機能があるので、対人戦は一回もやったことないんだけど、すごく強くなりましたって人が生まれるかもしれないです。
So you can even go online and visit someone in a lobby if you find a very strong player and play against their ghost and just keep doing that. And it's a good way to level up as a player and without even playing against another human opponent. So then when you do get that chance and you do make that step, that you're going to be a monster, right?
Yeah. It's really cool because, again, a lot of these players will get the experience, get to play on their own, and they can review the tapes afterwards. So that's good stuff.
Cool.
So I think we're going to go ahead and go on to the next slide. Talk about all of the playable characters.
Nice.
じゃあプレイブルキャラに。
現時点で31キャラクターのプレイアブルキャラクターを公開しています。で、最近公開した4キャラクターですね。ザフィーナ、リー、アリサ、デビルジン。こちらの映像を見たことがない方もいると思うんで、まずはおさらいで一旦流していただけますか。
So obviously there was a few characters that we announced recently. Zafina, Lee, Alisa, and Devil Jin, as well as Victor. But before we do that, I think we have some questions from the players that we need to answer. その前に質問書いたです。
That's right. You know, a lot of the players have been following, obviously, the game since the announcement, the closed network test, the closed beta test. We actually talked to some of the players, some of the champions that were here this weekend, and got some questions out of them that they wanted to ask you guys for your personal opinion. So the first question I had from one of our players is, what is your personal purpose for making Tekken? Do you want it to be more of a attractively casual game or a more competitive esports title? Many players are trying to make a living by playing the game, so they'd love to know your feedback and maybe it could guide them in the right direction.
集まったチャンピオンからさまざまな質問をもらって、その1個目が鉄拳を作る目的はどういう目的ですかって、もっと言うと、カジュアルのオーディエンスに向けたものなのか、この e スポーツに特化したプレイヤーに向けたものなのか、どういう人のために作っているのかという感じですね。で、この人もそうなんですけど、その人の周りにもこの、自分のなりわいとして、e スポーツプレイヤーではあるので関心がありますと。
そうですね。まず簡単に言うと、もちろんできるだけ広い、層の人に遊んでもらいたいというふうに考えてます。かといってじゃあうちの母ちゃんに遊んでもらいたいかっていったらそういうところをターゲットにはしてませんけど、ただe スポーツのタイトルとして作ろうっていうふうには最初からそういうふうには作らないですよ。裾野を広げて、結果的に楽しむ人が増えたら結果論として競技する人も出てきたっていう形が理想だと昔から思ってやってるので、できるだけ極端しオンラインで遊ばねえぞという人がパッケージで買ってもこのストーリーモードとかいろんな充実したモードをすっごいお金かけて作ってるので、実はそっちの方がむしろねなので本当にパッケージゲームとしてオフラインのゲームとして買っても満足いくぐらいっていうつもりで作ってますが正解だよね。
そうですね。
多分理想はバスケみたいな同じ競技ですけどすごい軽くに遊べる人もいるし、それを極めた人が NBA とかで活躍するという感じが理想ですね。
いい回答するね。最初から君が答えた方がよかったね。
So Harada was just mentioning that we obviously want to appeal to a wide audience. Whether that's casual or not is kind of maybe a different way of measuring that. But that said, it's not like he's expecting his own mother or someone to be playing Tekken avidly. So we hope to appeal to a casual audience, but also people esports players, etc. More than that, though, it's not just that base core game. It's more about all the one-player content, the story mode, all the other stuff that we have that you can enjoy by yourself. So it's a very a wider audience than perhaps this question kind of hints to. And I just said it's kind of like basketball, right? You have the same kind of sport that I even enjoy and a bunch of casual people can enjoy, and if you're good enough, eventually you make it to the NBA, but it's still the same sport, right?
Understood.
And Harada said, "Wow, that was a really good answer. You should answer that."
So that was your version. Last question then. This one's going to go a little bit deep because it kind of talks about the Tekken series as a whole. What does the team think personally about some of the attractive points or maybe even the negative points of the Tekken series that they kind of want to shape into how that would reflect into the development of Tekken 8?
3人で考える鉄拳の強みと弱点を考えて、鉄拳どう持っていきたいかという質問ですね。結構難しいな。
Yeah, very difficult.
彼はね、僕を取材してた側でもあったので面白いんですよね。プレイヤーでもあったし、メディアでもあったし、今や開発者でもあるっていう3つの顔を持ってるので、逆にいろんな視点で言えるかなと思うんですけど。
So Harada first throws this question to Nakatsu because he's kind of got interesting experience that he started off as a player of Tekken. Then he was a journalist who actually interviewed Harada about Tekken. And then he joined the development team. So he's got a variety of different experience surrounding this.
そうですね。鉄拳シリーズのやっぱり魅力っていうのは本当にいろんな魅力的なキャラクター、例えば、格闘家もそうですし、その動物も出てくるし、メカも出てくるっていう本当に多種多様な個性的なキャラクターが出てくるっていうのが魅力的だっていうのと、やっぱりたくさんのその実在の格闘技から、我々オリジナルの格闘流派も含めていろんな技動かしてって楽しい技をたくさん提供するっていうところで、本当になんていうんですかね、裾野がすごく広くて受け皿としてもとても魅力的なコンテンツだと思ってるんですけど、それをやっぱり一番どんどん長年積み上げていくと、どうしてもかなり数が多くなったり習得するまでの時間がかかったりって、これ魅力の部分でもあるんですけど、そういったところを、どんどん鉄拳8で良くしようと思って。スペシャルスタイルみたいなものをつけたり、そのアーケードクエストとか、ゴーストを含めて、よりカジュアルな人にも遊びやすくするってところで魅力が反面裏返しでマイナスポイントになるところをいろんな機能モードで補っていくことでたくさんの人に遊んでもらえるようなゲームにしたいと思って開発しました。
Very good answer. So he was mentioning that if you're familiar with Tekken, which I assume most people watching the stream are, that we have a variety of different characters, whether it's a master martial artist or some kind of a bear or animal, or even robots who are like Alisa or Jack or something like that. So obviously all these different unique fighting styles, some of them real, some of them created by us, and all these characters have so many techniques on their own, right? And so it appeals to a wide audience because it's likely you'll find a character that you really can connect with. At the same time, if you're brand new to the series, it is a lot of content that you have to kind of remember and get up to speed on before you can really jump in with people who are long-term fans. So it's at the same time like one of the strongest benefits, but that's one of its weaknesses, right? So how do we kind of conquer that weakness? Especially for Tekken 8, we put a large focus on the special style, which is quite unique. And that's really supposed to help people who are new to the franchise. Also, Arcade Quest, which as you're playing, it kind of teaches you the ropes of Tekken, and the buffed tutorial mode, the practice, and these various things that we've implemented in the game to make it easier to make that jump into Tekken.
すごいね。このパート台本ないのに弱点言うふりして製品のアピールポイントを喋ったからねこの人。
さすがなかったでも同じこと考えてた。
よか
った。いや俺危ない。俺最初だった俺変なボロクソ変なこと言うとこだったんだけど。
よかったです。
よかった。もう言わんとくわ俺。
So Harada was just laughing. He thought it was interesting that Nakatsu. We don't have a script at all. If you're not aware of that, he was just saying that it was interesting that Nakatsu took that he's supposed to say a weakness and he kind of disguised it and turned it into the benefit of the product. And I was like, well, we're on the same wavelength because I was thinking the same thing. And Murata's like, I was just going to say something out of left field, so maybe it's better that Nakatsu answered that one.
All right, well, thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
We do have to move on, of course. We were just talking about all of the playable characters. You know, you just
Right.
mentioned Victor as well. I know we had a video as well that we wanted to play, so I think we'll go right into that, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Ojito. Ojito. Ojito.
These are the fists of a champion. Abish.
فليبذل كل منا قصارى.
Your fate is already decided.
食べさせてもらおう。プレゼントしよう。マーベラス。
排除します。
罪と共に生きろ。孤独な戦いこそが食材だ。お前は消えろ。
Awesome video. Of course, that was previously released. The return of some legendary characters, some beloved characters. You guys want to walk us through who's coming back?
Well, there's obviously my favorite Devil Jin, my main character. まあ復活キャラは帰ってきたんだよね。それについて何かあります？
そうですね。今回こういった機会いただいたので、あまりなかなか世に出すことがない開発のデザイン資料をお持ちしたので、それでそちらを見ながら何か伝えられればなと思ってます。
So Mark, you know, actually, everyone's seen the trailer probably already, but we actually have some special kind of behind-the-scenes artwork and other details regarding these characters that we'd like to talk about today.
All right, so kind of focusing on the return of the legends, these characters coming back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first slide as we kind of go into each one in depth. So kind of as you mentioned, Lee, Zafina,
Going
Alisa,
clockwise, right? Zafina,
Devil
Lee,
Jin.
Devil Jin, Alisa.
Okay, let's go look at Zafina first.
Let's do it. じゃあ中田さん、ザフィーナのデザインについては。
そうですね。ザフィーナはやっぱり今回アザゼルの手を含めてどうやってミステリアスな女性にするかってところで結構コスチュームデザインはしっかり考えて行いました。
So one of the key concepts of Zafina is like how to present her as a mysterious female character. Obviously, she's got that special hand with the Azazel kind of trapped in there.
はい、特にこだわったのはそのフードだったり、この左手の封印されているところのディティールにはデザイナーがこだわって作成してます。
And so the designer was actually really putting a lot of detail and work into the hood of the character. Not only that, but her left hand, you know, which contains that power.
はい、でデザイン以外でいうとやっぱりストーリーにもかなり重要な役割で参戦していて、その抑えられなくなってきているアザゼルのその暴走っていうところが、結構そのメインストーリーだったり、彼女のその登場シーンだったり、勝利シーンにも描かれているのでそこも注目してもらいたいです。
And this is actually, you know, plays an important part in the story this time as well. And this shows up not only in her story portion, but in some of the intro scenes when she joins in the battle. Like she's barely able to contain Azazel in that hand.
次のスライドお願いします。
All right, let's
Slide, please.
go ahead and go to the next Zafina slide.
はい、こちらがさっきのこだわって制作したって言った、左手の部分の、細かい腕輪だったりディティールが描かれたものです。
So this is a close-up and just some of the kind of setting materials that we have regarding her hand in more detail and some of the other elements that Nakatsu was just talking about.
かなりコスプレは大変だと思うんですけど、もしコスプレやられる方がいたらこの辺の画像を参考に制作していただければ。
じゃあ俺がツイッターで上げとくか。
そうですね。はい
We believe it might be difficult if you plan to cosplay as Athena, but this should help you in creating your costume. And Harada said he'll upload it to his X account, so you all can work on your costumes.
Yeah, please look forward to it. That's cool. Nice Athena update. Let's go ahead and move on to the next character.
はい、次行きましょう。
なんかここら辺の話が長いからトイレ行けるか、食事行けるかって聞いてる人が結構コメントでいるんだけど、大丈夫です。トイレと食事行けるぐらいの時間あるんで、どうぞ行ってらっしゃい。行ってらっしゃい。また後で。
Harada's reading the chat, which we all know we're not supposed to do, and they're asking if they can go to the bathroom, get a break to eat or whatever. Sure, go ahead. Feel free.
続けますか。
Yeah, let's keep it rolling.
はい、次にリーチャオランなんですけども、今回、バトルスーツに身をまとって参戦しています。でもこれはバイオレットシステムズ社が開発したバイオレットスーツっていうもので、そのリーが自ら発注して制作されたものです。
So Lee Chaolan makes another appearance, this time wearing a battle suit made by Violet Systems, aptly named the Violet suit. And so this is something that he actually created firsthand. Lee Chaolan is. Next slide, please.
はい、こちら実際銃は撃たないんですけども、リーの腰のところに銃がついてたり、ストーリーの中でも結構出てくるスーツになりますので、製品版出たらストーリーモードで楽しんでいただくと、この辺のスーツの活躍も見れると思います。
And so you'll notice he has like a firearm attached to his suit. That's not something he uses often during battle. It's more just kind of the part of the setting of the suit. But there are some other accessories and details to it. And if you're playing through the story mode, once you have your hands on Tekken 8, you'll see through that a little bit what this suit can do.
じゃあ今騙されてトイレと食事行ったやつ多いからそろそろ今の人トレーラーなのと
So Rudders is saying while the people are still taking a break to bathroom break or food, let's do the trailer right away. And
帰ってきたら
No, that would make me so upset.
今裏がバタバタしちゃうから。
Anyways,
ざわざわし始める
So
Okay,
Nakatsu and I aren't part of that. Send all the hate to Rudders.
well, excellent update on Lee. Let's go ahead and move on to Alisa.
いやアリサ。アリサはですね、実は鉄拳6でアリサをデザインしてくれた開発のデザイナーの女性が今回担当してます。
So this is actually one of our female artists was in charge of doing the design for Alisa this time.
かなりやっぱり揺れ物だったり色合い含めてこだわってデザインしてもらっていて、僕は結構この配色気に入ってます。
アンシンメトリーが基本的にアリサのアイデンティティなので。
And so Harada-san was just saying that Alisa's kind of asymmetry design is something that's always been key to her. And Nakatsu mentioned that the female designer actually, one of the things that they focused most on was that kind of delicate coloring to the character and also the wavering of the cloth and the materials. So that's something to check out once you see her. And Nakatsu is really a fan of the coloring, how it turned out.
で次のスライドお願いします。はい、今回アリサは実はパワーアップしてまして、スラスターだったりチェーンソーもパワーアップしてます。で実は毎回、気づいてる人いるかわかんないんですけども、チェーンソーの型番は実は原田のこだわりがすごいとこでして、毎回型番が名前が変わっていて、よく見てもらえるとわかるんですけど、某 NVIDIA の
もう言っちゃって
もうの意味なしてない。
ビデオカードの型番っぽい
感じの、はい、
名前になって
るので、その型番含めて結構ディティールがしっかり作られてるので、その辺見てもらっても面白いと思います。
So along with Alisa's new costume, she's actually her features are kind of powered up, got upgrades, you could say. The thrusters and the chainsaws that she's famous for. One of the details in particular, if you weren't aware, is Harada always loves to put like a model number to the chainsaws, right? Yeah. And this time it's changed to reflect that kind of being upgraded. And if you are very knowledgeable about certain graphic boards, you might see where the inspiration came from, I guess we could say.
Easter egg to look forward to. Awesome update for Alisa. Let's move on to another fan favorite, one of your favorites,
Yes.
Mr. Devil Gene.
It's time. Devil Gene, 俺の一番気に入りじゃないですか。
いやこれはそうですね。もうマイケルの一番のお気に入りなんですけど、いくつかやっぱりデザイン案が上がってきて、デビルジン マイケルが好きなので、どれがいいかって聞いて、
12秒
だから反応したやつって大体マイケルが反応したらこれ結構受ける。
これがやっぱり好きで受けそうだっていうので、結構今回のデビルジンはマイケルのファーストインプレッションで選ばれたところがあります。
So everyone knows I've been a long-time fan of this character, and I think a lot of people like me tend to fall for this character. So they have this test where they lay out a few designs in front of me. The one that I just go the most tasty Steve-like on, that's the one they choose. They're like, that's got to be the right one.
Got it.
はい、次のスライドお願いします。やっぱり今回結構、ジンがデビルの力を使いこなせそうになってる中参戦するってところで、やっぱりちょっとジンが白に対してデビルジンはもう黒っていう対比を結構しっかり、描いて、このデザインになってます。でストーリーに注目していただくと、デビルジンがどういう関わり方をしていくかっていうところも描かれていくので、プレイだけじゃなくてストーリー面も含めて注目してもらいたいです。
And so the overall design of Devil Jin is quite unique. If you followed the story up until now, you kind of know that he's gaining a little bit more control over his abilities. And kind of to reflect that, we have Jin Kazama as a more like a white outfit look, where the Devil Jin is like the dark side. It has more of this black outfit. And so when you're playing, not only is the character really awesome and fun to play, but as you're playing through the story mode, you can kind of see like what kind of role Devil Jin plays in that.
こう各キャラクターのこの採用されてるデザインだけど、この裏にはもっと数限りないボツになったデザインがたくさんあるので、そういうのはいずれまたこういう機会で皆さんに見せていきたいなと思います。
Gerardo's just mentioning, keep in mind these are the final designs, but we had many in the process that didn't end up making it into the game. So maybe at some other point we'll be able to share this with you.
Understood. So that's awesome. I know recently you guys also revealed another character, Mr. Victor. And I think to mostly positive fanfare from the community and from the fans. It was a really cool video. You guys want to talk a little bit about that, or should we just?
まず見ましょうか。
まず見ましょう。
Let's check it out. Let's check out the video
Let's
first.
go right into the Victor video.
Les couchers de soleil sur la scène me rappellent ce que je dois protéger. Je vais m'en charger.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Lecteur. Chevalier.
Il y a de l'amélioration, Raiden. Soyons efficaces. Échec et mat. Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre des puissances de ce monde.
Victor is looking really stylish and really cool. Talk to me. What led you guys to create this awesome character?
One of my favorite newcomers, right? すごいかっこいいキャラなんですけど、まあどういう意図で作ったのかと。
もともともう十数年前からフランス人キャラクターを出したかったんですよ、ずっとリリーはモナコで実はフランス語喋ってるけれどフランス人じゃないので、フランスでも鉄拳ってすごい人気なんですけどフランス人がいないっていうので実現するのがちょっと遅くなっちゃったんですけど、一番最初にもう一言目で俺中津に晩餐カッセルみたいなのって
言ってましたね。わかりやすく。
そしたら本当に
本人がまさに
ボイスを本当に本人が当ててくれることになるっていうのは全く想定してなかったんですけど、本当にフランス人をコンセプトにして晩餐カッセルっぽいくってやっていったら全然また違うキャラになっちゃったんだけど、結果的にはすごく皆さんに受け入れてもらっててとてもありがたいと思ってます。はい。
So this was in the works for quite some time. We wanted to make a French character. Tekken is quite popular in France. Many people kind of assume that Lily is that, but she's not. She's actually from Monaco, although she does speak French. So we wanted to make this character, and the directive from Harada at first was, hey, Nakatsu, make a character kind of like Vincent Castle. And it just happened that we were able to get him to lend his voice to the character, which is quite cool. As you look at the final result, it's a little bit different than the original, make it look like Vincent Castle, but he turned out pretty cool. And it seems like everyone's really happy with him so far. Cool.
はい。でビクターはですね、本当にたくさんの武器を使って、コンバットナイフだったり、カランビットナイフだったり、でっかい剣の竹三日槌っていう剣を使ったり。フラッシュライトと拳銃使って本当武器のスペシャリストで、近距離戦も得意ですし中遠距離も得意って、距離の、制圧が非常に得意なキャラクターになってます。
So Victor is really a weapons specialist. You can see all these details. He's got combat knives, karambit knives, his long sword called Take Mikazuchi. And and also in addition to that, even he has pistols and flashlights. So he's a specialist not only in close quarters combat, but also kind of mid-range as well.
はい。でやっぱりそれだけでなくて、軍隊格闘術だったり、忍術、あとスパイアクションも含めたもう本当に何ですかね、もうスーパースパイ CQB っていう男の子が好きな、男っていうか男女問わず好きな。要素も本当盛りだくさん詰まってる。やっぱりイケオジとか好きな女性の方もいるじゃないですか。なんで本当いろんな要素を詰め込んで一つかっこいいキャラクターを作ろうってとこで本当に時間をかけて作り上げたキャラクターです。
So he's a very cool, unique character. He uses kind of a mix of martial arts based on kind of military conventional martial arts, but also ninjutsu as well. He's also made to be, very to appeal to both male and female audience, and that's when Harada cracked up and said, "Really?" But true. I mean, at least Nakatsu's image is that there's many women out here who like a really refined, good-looking older man like this.
Cool. So let's actually talk about Victor's stage, his battle stage.
バトルステージについて。
これはね、
かっこいいよね。
マイケル覚えてるかどうかわかんないけど、20年ぐらい、20年以上前に僕とマイケルがパリ初めて行った時にいきなりセーヌ川の行っていきなりこれに乗ったんですよ。その時の風景そのまんまなんですよね、これね。
So the original kind of inspiration for this was Harada and I 20 years ago, if you believe that. Went to France, Paris in particular, on a business trip, and like right off the plane, they put us on a boat right away. And this was pretty much what it looked like.
This was your first experience
of France.
In France,
yeah.
Okay, in Paris. Awesome. Any other details in regard to the stage, Nakatsu?
そうですね。その情報を聞いても僕は残念ながらまだフランスには行ったことないんですけど、いろんな動
くんだよね、でも確か船が。
いろんな映画だったりドラマとかをすごくたくさん研究のために見て、おそらく多分こういうことだろうなっていうところと、その動いていくことで風景が変わるっていう面白さがあるんじゃないかっていうところで、背景のスタッフと一緒にイメージを共有しながらできたのがこのステージです。
そうだから背景スタッフも行ったことないのに。
ここまで作り込んで
ちょっと作って俺が見てこんな感じって言うっていうのを繰り返すみたいな。そうそうそう。
So keep in mind, you know, Nakatsu's never been to that location, nor have the artists who are working on it.
Okay.
So it was pretty much they consumed a lot of movies and other content to try to get a good image of what it would be like. And as they keep creating it, Harada and I are kind of like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it was like. And it is kind of interesting that the boat is moving, so as the time progresses during the match, you're kind of going slowly down the river, which is kind of a unique twist on that. So yeah, we hope that you'll check it out.
Yeah, so not just does he have a cool stage, but he also has a cool design story. I know we have a little bit of behind the scenes from when you guys were creating the character, so I think we're going to go to a short video as we kind of talk about a little bit more about Victor.
Behind the scenes in the video.
Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre de cette planète. Je suis le maître de l'univers.
Alors moi j'ai découvert Tekken en fait dans les années 90 et je me suis intéressé à ce jeu-là en particulier parce qu'il y avait un personnage qui s'appelle Eddie Gordo et qui était un capoeiriste. Et à l'époque je faisais de la capoeira. Donc j'ai acheté, je ne jouais exclusivement qu'avec le personnage de Eddie Gordo.
Lars Alexandersson, le lion de la rébellion. Très bien. Contactez Yggdrasil.
Super. Génial, parfait. T'as vu, ça fait pro? C'est cool.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Victor Chevalier.
Qu'est-ce qui me plaît dans le personnage de Victor Chevalier? D'abord le fait qu'il soit français et le fait qu'il y ait un français dans un jeu aussi internationalement reconnu. Le personnage de Victor Chevalier, en fait, il a une caractéristique, c'est qu'il est très élégant. Et j'ai l'impression qu'il colporte, à travers sa manière d'être et de s'habiller, une certaine idée de l'élégance française. Donc forcément, ça m'a attiré. Plus le fait qu'on m'ait appelé pour le faire, ça m'a flatté.
Il faut une opération conjointe.
Et le moto?
Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre des puissances de ce monde.
Il y a plusieurs manières de faire du doublage en fait. Quand on est appelé pour doubler un dessin animé ou une animation qui existe déjà, qui a été fabriquée à l'étranger, où en fait tout d'un coup moi je me retrouve juste en tant que doubleur français, en fait on doit se caler plus ou moins sur ce qui a été fait. En revanche, quand on participe à la création, en fait on travaille avec des petits sketchs pas du tout terminés, des choses presque figées. Et en fait, ce qu'on va faire dans la salle d'enregistrement va servir à l'élaboration du personnage.
Tu peux écouter?
Commencez les préparatifs. Commencez les préparatifs. Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler les puissances de ce monde. Fais en sorte d'être à la hauteur quand tu combats en face de moi. Dispersion! Dispersion! Dispersion!
Échec et mat.
Appelez-moi Victor. Je n'aime pas mon nom de code.
Ooh, exciting.
Such a cool video.
Yeah, super cool. I mean, I'm sure the experience was super fun to do that. Now, that's 31 characters.
That's correct.
But I hear there's one more.
いやー今回ね、
Anything you want to preface before we get
待
into
ち
it?
かねてるキャラなんですけど、
はい
何かその前に一言ありますか？みんなが映画を見る前に休憩か
JGCR
ら帰ってきてるといいんですけど。
JGCR I have one comment for you 平八三島 is completely dead
Toma.
So it's not Heihachi.
Heihachi's muerto.
So
Está
I think we
muerto.
are going to go into the video we're about to play. I hope everybody's back from the... What's up?
We need that person with us.
I would actually feel safer if we had Steve here. Come here, Steve.
I've been training. I think.
You've been training?
Yeah.
All right, come here, Steve. Get in here.
なんで呼ぶんだよ
Steve, I'm going to...
I've been in a gym. Hold on.
やらない予感しかしないも
When you're ready, tell him to play the film.
Me?
Yeah.
Do it. Do it now.
Let's go. Nuevo personaje. Tekken 8. Vamos. Hostia. Hostia. Oh.
せいぜ ぜ私を追い詰めてみせろ。
What?
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
屈服の味を知るがいい。
Reina.
오호?
ジン先輩、やっと戦えますね。
Me gusta. Este va a ser mi main. Este va a ser mi main, chicos. Tenemos nuevo main.
少しは楽しめたぞ。次で。
貴様一体何者だ。
すぐに理解することになる。
¿Qué? ¡Hala! Me encanta. Me encanta. Yes.
I had to take the same
I see what you
position.
did there.
I already know. I have defense against the Steve Arts.
I trained it. I'm safe. I'm sorry.
So talk to us about this new character.
じゃあこの新キャラについて一言。
俺なんか余計なこと言っちゃいそうだから。
そうちょっと危ないんで。
どうぞ。
はい、最後の参戦キャラクターは新キャラクターのレイナです。いや以上ではないです。彼女は二面性っていうキーワードにこだわって作成しました。
So the new character is named Reina, and so Harada is going to say something that is going to cause us problems. So we're letting Nakatsu take care of this place, and then he said, "Okay, Reina, that's it, we're out." But Nakatsu's going to give us a little bit more info.
I mean, before we get into that, I mean, I have to kick him out because he.
Oh yeah, I got it.
No. But I just wanted to know his thoughts.
So, I was not expecting another kind of Mishima, but the style of the character, like the way that she talks. I know people were recently talking about like characters not being expressive, but like that right there, like that character's in my roster now. Like hints, a lot of hints, I can see it. So I'm definitely happy with the new character. I can't wait to learn more. So let these guys talk. Show me the slides. Harada, I'm gonna shake you later. All right.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and then Nakatsu was mentioning that one of the key concepts of her is duality is going to be one of the key themes here.
ちなみに彼女は本当に使ってて楽しいです。
いやマジ楽しい。いや楽しい。She's so fun.
楽しい。
I played her a little bit before this trip, just to refresh. There's so many tools she has. It's so man. And
I mean, just watching the video, I noticed a lot of familiar stuff, but a lot of really cool, different takes on old things as well.
マークマンもいろんなこういうヒントを見て、でもそのままのものじゃなくて、ちょっとひねってこう新しくなってる感じが非常にかっこいいですと。
嬉しいですね。次のスライド行きましょう。
Yeah, let's go next.
デザインもかなりこだわり。
We're all shaken from Steve.
はい。これがレイナのデザインなんですけども、鉄拳7でもデザインをお願いした島崎まりさん。鉄拳7でいうと和美だったり女子のデザインをした、ベヨネッタのデザインでも有名な島崎さんにデザインをお願いして、彼女の二面性をコスチュームだったり髪のカラーリングも含めて非常にうまく落とし込んでくれて、大変満足いってます。
Nakatsu was just mentioning that the design was actually done by Shimazaki-san, who was in charge of Josie and Kazumi for Tekken 7, but also more well known probably for being the designer of Bayonetta, right? And so the core direction that we gave her was the duality theme, and she took that and translated it quite well into this character with the coloring of the hair, etc.
このね、上着をちょっと俺は個人的に作ろうとしてんだけどね、俺はね、
作りたいですね。
The jacket
15万円ぐらいかけて。
It's pretty cool. Harada's trying to make it and sell it for about $1,500.
Oh, you know Steve will. You know Steve will buy that jacket.
I'm actually trying to do the hair too. That's kind of cool.
Awesome. So Reina, looking forward to seeing her. I think we saw a lot of her stage, but I think we're going to be talking about it a little bit as well. We have a slide for that.
Yep. じゃあステージについて。
そうですね。ステージの前にちょっと彼女のファイトスタイルみんな気になってるので、映像に、かなりたくさんの要素を散りばめたんですけども、2面性のうちの一つは、今回、レイナタイドっていう実在の格闘技を、ベースに戦っています。
回転するやつとかですね。
割と日本でも知らない人は結構いると思う。
そうですね。かなり体が柔らかい特徴があったり、すごく俊敏な動きだったり、アクロバティックな動きをするタイドっていう。
空手とかまた違うなんか動きとか移動の方法があったりとか、ちょっと古武術寄りな感じですよね。So part of the duality, first off, is her style. I guess everyone's quite curious about it. It's actually based on one of the real martial arts called Taido, which maybe even in Japan is not that well known yet. The movement is quite unique. It's not particularly like karate. It's more closer to some of the old kobujutsu style of martial arts.
はい、でそんな中でやっぱりその手刀だったり引っかき攻撃だったり結構残虐な技も、好んで使うっていうところと、ちょっとストーリーを、遊んでもらうのでなかなか、何とも言えないんですけども、なぜか三島流喧嘩術を得得していて、その暴力性があるっていうところの二面性も表現してます。
And so the other side of that duality is she uses a lot of these knife hand strikes and gouging attacks, very brutal. And so for some reason, you have to play through the story to find out why, but she uses Mishima style fighting karate as well, so that the kind of dual styles there.
はい。なので、その風神剣のような技も持ち合わせていて、タイドのそのスピーディーな動きによって間合いを一瞬で詰めたり、動きの中で、技をかわして、その攻め手を掴んでいくみたいなところで本当に動かしていても楽しいし、見た目も含めてものすごくこだわって制作したキャラクターです。
And so she has access to obviously the Wind God Fist that is very typical of the Mishima styles, but then also the very quick and the unique movement of the Taido. So she's able to get in and out of a fighting distance quite quickly. And also the look of the character, we put a lot of focus into the details of it to make her really stand out and be a special newcomer to the series.
はい、なので、そういったさまざまな、思いや要素を、私とあとはいつも映像を作ってくれてる人間ともう一人、バトルのディレクションしてる人間で本当にどの要素を入れて映像を構成しようかっていうのをすごく悩んで、今回のビデオを作り上げたので本当に2度3度もう本当たくさん見返して、リリースまで楽しみにしてほしいです。
So not only Nakatsu directing overall, but the person in charge of creating the footage for this trailer you saw, and then also the battle director, how to show off this character and make them look as awesome as we can was something that really took a lot of time and effort to get it right before we showed everyone. So we hope that while you're waiting to get your hands on the game, that you'll check out the trailer several times to look for all these hints and all the cool things that she can do.
ちょっと今トレーラー見た人のコメントでもちょっとトレーラー見ただけなんでね、性格は一面性しかないみたいなコメントもありますけど、実はそこも二面性があって、とっても怖い子なので、はい、すごい面白い二面性を持ってます。はい。
So Harada reading the chat again, picking up comments saying she looks very one-dimensional, but personality-wise, it's kind of hard to say anything like that about her without seeing more of the game, right? So she's got another side to her. She's quite mean as well. She's got a mean streak to her. So we hope that you'll check her out.
もうストーリーモードをねちょっと楽しみにしててください。
Look forward to the story mode. Actually, I'm going to pick her up as a new Mishima. She's so much fun. Quite a different play set than you have from the other Mishimas.
Well, that's awesome.
One of
I
my
mean,
new favorites.
Now that brings us to 32, the magic number.
Yep.
All of the playable characters that we have here. Of course, people can look forward to the game coming out January 26, 2024. Not too far away.
Not too far.
Very, very close. I had a great time, not only throughout today's competition, being able to talk to you guys, of course. It's been fun.
I enjoyed it, man. I'm still intact. My arm's fine. And I hope everyone enjoyed the trailer.
はい、あとですね、今スライドに
そうだよね、これ。Another key point.
皆さん多分すごく気にしていると思うんですけども、公開済みのキャラクターに関しての
日々ツイッターで言われて、
はい、キャラクターの
Reina es hija de Heihachi?
実は自分が編集してるんですけども、ちゃんと作ってますので、随時公開していきます。もうこちらは決定してますんで。
So as the slide was just mentioning, Harada and I daily are getting requests on Twitter for character trailers, not of all of them combined, but the individual ones that people are used to. We will be releasing them from now until the release, so look forward to those, please.
これね、鉄拳プロジェクトの伝統ではないんですけど、僕も現場でずっとやった時はキャラをこうスクリプトを打ちながらPV 僕がやってたんですね。あれで今彼もそれをやっちゃってるわけですよ。その企画の仕事をやりながらも
言っちゃっていいんですか？
編集をやる、これは伝統を引き継いでるわけですよ。でそれ忙しくてね、なかなか追いついてなかったんですけど、そろそろそこら辺はね、はい、もうすぐ皆さんに見せることができると思います。
So Harada was just mentioning that these trailers you see are actually Nakatsu is actually editing many of these. So. And it's just something the Tekken project does a lot. Harada used to do the scripting for the battle sequences, but also doing the trailers, etc. So now that mantle's been passed to Nakatsu. So very busy. So we hope that you'll stay up to speed.
はい、お待たせしましたが、公開を楽しみにお待ちください。
So he just says, please, we hope that you'll all enjoy checking out the trailers when they're released.
Something for all the Tekken fans to look forward to. Before we leave for the night and end our Tekken talk here, and of course our wonderful day of Tekken 8 action, I got to ask you guys, what is your message to the Tekken fans? Let's start with you, Nakatsu.
ファンへの一言。
はい、本当に、今日で全32キャラクターを公開できたんですけども、本当に今回の鉄拳8は、今までのシリーズで本当に最大のボリュームで、かつ品質も最高のものをお届けしようと、プロジェクトメンバーと一丸となって